Three of the best VPNs on the market are NordVPN, Surfshark, and Proton VPN. And each of these providers has earned their spot for more than one good reason. But what are the significant differences between them? In this best VPN video, I'll cover the provider's pros, cons, and everything in between, so you'll be able to choose the best VPN for you. It only makes sense to start with the most important category, security and privacy. If we look at NordVPN, their encryption is strong, although all three providers do offer the same virtually unhackable cipher. So what else does NordVPN offer? NordVPN has RAM-only servers, which wipe data after every server reboot, meaning user activity can't be stored long-term. They proudly advertise a no-logs policy, which has been audited 4 times to validate their claims. And when you combine this with the functioning kill switch that stops users' data from being leaked online, a privacy-friendly jurisdiction, and even a bug bounty program that lets ethical hackers inspect the apps and report any vulnerabilities for cash, NordVPN ticks all the boxes. But we're here to see if it ticks more than any of our other candidates. Surfshark is definitely in the fight, with RAM-only servers, as well as their own recently audited no-logs policy and a reliable kill switch. And they also have their own bug bounty program. However, one significant difference is that Surfshark's jurisdiction isn't so private. Yes, the Netherlands might be home to delicious Dutch cheeses, but it's unfortunately also part of a data sharing alliance. While Surfshark has made significant efforts to prove they don't store users' data, this is still a fact worth considering for the privacy enthusiasts out there. And finally, Proton VPN, for its part, does do a couple things differently. Their most unique benefit is their open source applications. This means their source code is available for anyone to examine at any time. This is one of the most transparent moves you can make in the competitive cybersecurity industry. Now, Proton VPN does not have RAM-only servers, which initially concerned me, but they do put forth a good argument justifying this decision on their website. And what's more, they're based in a private jurisdiction and have a kill switch and an audited no-logs policy, just like other top VPN candidates. So those are the facts, but what do they tell us? That all three of these best VPN choices are safe and will keep your data private. If you want the utmost anonymity, Proton VPN goes the extra mile by being open source. But on the other hand, the other two options do offer RAM-only servers. If you decide to pick one of these providers as your favorite today, I'll leave links with the best pricing down below, or you can find the same deals through this QR code. Next, let's find out which of these providers has the best VPN app, or at least which makes accessing features the easiest. Overall, at first glance, all of these providers' apps are clean and sleek. However, in my opinion, NordVPN and Surfshark have the simplest and most polished designs. Their color schemes are subtle, and I don't find them as distracting as Proton VPN's layout, which may feel overwhelming for some less tech-savvy users. NordVPN and Proton VPN have an intuitive map, which makes accessing and connecting to servers very interactive. Meanwhile, Surfshark has opted for the simple list approach, a feature all VPNs typically offer, alongside a search bar function. All VPNs have a quick connect feature, which conveniently connects you to the closest, fastest available server. But with these providers, you get other customizations for quick access to commonly used servers, like Proton VPN's pinned items or profiles, NordVPN's recents, and Surfshark's favorites. Finally, all of these providers offer tours after installation on how to use their app, as well as informative little explanations of what each of their features does. Each VPN can be downloaded on all the major operating systems, and there isn't a huge difference in the user experience, whether you're on Mac, Windows, or mobile. All versions are fully functional. Non-traditional devices are supported too, including smart TVs and gaming consoles. However, all things considered, Surfshark really stands out in this category for their accessibility, because with just one subscription, you can use Surfshark across an unlimited number of devices. I'd also argue that NordVPN and Surfshark are better for beginners, since Proton VPN's UI does feel a little more advanced. Let's turn up the heat in this NordVPN versus Surfshark versus Proton VPN comparison and talk features. All three of these VPNs have different specialized servers, which enhance anonymity. For Proton, these are secure core servers that route their VPN connection through a privacy-friendly jurisdiction and more than one server. They also have Tor servers, which route the VPN connection through the Tor network. NordVPN and Surfshark, by contrast, offer traffic obfuscation, or anonymity-enhancing servers that can mask the fact that you're using a VPN entirely. This type of feature is ideal for use in countries with strict censorship, or when you're limited by network restrictions. And both providers offer extra security through features that route your connection through more than one server at a time. And like Proton, NordVPN also integrates the Tor network into their Onion over VPN feature. But we're not just considering privacy in this best VPN review. Proton VPN has an accelerator, which allegedly enhances speed by 400%. This is an extremely bold claim, so you'll want to stick around for our speed test in a moment to actually see this provider in action. Additionally, there's the always on feature, which I guess you could say has a similar benefit to a kill switch. Only in this case, it'll automatically re-establish a secure VPN connection if you ever get disconnected from a VPN server. Oddly, this feature is only automatically enabled on iOS, so you'll need to manually enable it for other operating systems. Another interesting feature here is split tunneling, which lets me choose which apps get routed through the VPN connection and which don't. For example, if I'm shopping online in my browser while also watching streaming content from, say, Canada, this is where I'd route my streaming app through the VPN server, but just keep my browser straight through my local connection. Finally, their Net Shield feature is also a nice addition, blocking any ads, trackers, or malware you might face on your browser. Though I would not say Net Shield is as functional as Surfshark's ad blocker Clean Web. Surfshark offers two versions of this feature, Clean Web and Clean Web 2.0. The first just blocks ads and malicious websites as you browse, and this even works at app level. And the latter can block in-video ads through a browser extension. It doesn't need a VPN connection at all. Then there's Surfshark One, a cybersecurity bundle that includes a certified antivirus with real-time protection and good malware detection rates. Surfshark's rotating IP feature is also fairly unique. Once enabled, it changes your IP address without interrupting the VPN connection. I'd recommend using this feature over multi-hop if you want enhanced anonymity without slowing down your speeds. And finally, Bypasser is Surfshark's version of split tunneling. It's highly customizable, letting me choose which IP addresses should bypass the VPN connection. So how does NordVPN compare? Besides their anonymity-enhancing features I mentioned before, they offer threat protection, which can detect malware as it's being downloaded. And it also blocks ads, trackers, and malicious sites. Their dark web monitoring lets users know when any data may have been compromised online. Their dedicated IP feature assigns users their own stable IP address. Although Surfshark and other VPNs offer this too, NordVPN seems to have more locations to choose from. Dedicated IP also helps users avoid CAPTCHAs and identity checks online. And NordVPN also has split tunneling, and MeshNet too. I don't think we need to go over split tunneling again, but MeshNet is a functionality no other VPN offers. MeshNet securely connects devices so you can do things like share files or have safer multiplayer gaming. Depending on the NordVPN subscription you opt for, some plans even include a password manager, encrypted file storage, and online shopping or scam recovery insurance. So as you can see, each VPN has a lot of features to offer their users. While all three are top choices for enhancing your online anonymity, Surfshark is a good choice if you're interested in a bundle. Proton VPN is probably the most private VPN option with lots of additional features. And NordVPN has perfected making lots of advanced features easily accessible. But it's in the speeds where we see a clear winner. To determine the fastest VPN, our research team takes the best VPN choices on the market and runs them through speed tests in different locations. In this particular best VPN comparison, the winner is clear. NordVPN has the top average speed retention overall. Surfshark comes in second with especially fast speeds in the US, and Proton VPN comes in third place. Though I have to admit all their testing results were impressive, so I doubt you'll notice a difference when doing daily tasks or browsing online. But facts is facts, yo. Where we do notice significant difference, though, is in the server variety. NordVPN and Proton VPN both increased their server fleets this year, leaving Surfshark in the dust. Though a majority of Proton VPN servers are located within the US, they also do offer a huge variety of countries, like Ecuador and South America. Meanwhile, NordVPN offers a large amount of servers too, covering Europe, the US, and East Asia. What's important to note is that the wider the provider's coverage, the easier it is to find a server nearby that'll give you the best speeds. Considering all three of these providers offer connections in a similar number of countries, coverage shouldn't be an issue with any of these options. Good speeds and global coverage also equals consistent streaming, meaning that NordVPN is definitely one of the best options here. They have optimized servers, and in my experience, this allowed me to access a wide range of streaming services and distant libraries with no troubleshooting. Torrenting also works well with NordVPN because of their P2P servers and free SOC 5 proxy that masks your IP address from online services. Now, Surfshark allows streaming on all of their servers, so this allowed me to access a lot of content. Just keep in mind you may face IP blocks. When this happened to me, I just simply switched servers and refreshed my browser, then I was back in action. Also, although you can torrent on all their servers, they don't have P2P optimized ones or torrenting specific features like NordVPN does. Throwing down the Uno reverse card, Proton VPN by contrast has P2P servers and even port forwarding, making them one of the top choices for torrenting. Their port forwarding is quite special too. Not only does it speed up torrenting, but it's also much safer than the traditional version of this feature because it routes their VPN connection through Proton VPN's own firewall. While streaming is good with Proton, your choices are limited to only their streaming optimized servers. And their servers do come in at the slowest speeds of any VPN on this list, so they won't be the best choice overall. Now let's compare pricing. Surfshark has the cheapest plans, Proton VPN sits in the middle, and NordVPN costs the most, though obviously features do vary across the plans. I'd say Surfshark or NordVPN's middle tier plans give you the best value for your money, because they include all VPN features and antivirus tools. However, if you prefer Proton VPN, I'd suggest opting for their 2-year plan for the best price. This is just slightly more affordable package than NordVPN's middle tier option, and although it doesn't scan for malicious threats, it's got all the VPN functionalities you'll need. Proton VPN does offer a completely free version, but it's really limited, so I definitely wouldn't recommend using it for long-term use. So, those are my top VPN compared. Don't forget, the best pricing for these providers can be found through the links in the description. These are always updated, so no matter when you're watching this video, you'll be getting the best savings possible. And that's my NordVPN versus Proton VPN versus Surfshark VPN video. Comparing these choices was tough, but my final takeaways are: NordVPN is the fastest VPN, which makes accessing features and streaming super easy. Surfshark is the most affordable package and is especially great if you want an antivirus too. And Proton VPN is the most private option and also offers really good torrenting features. Thanks for watching this best VPN video, and see you soon.